Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Creating a Future We Want, the Our Learning series, where we're in the middle of a project right now called What is a Garden? 30 Days of Adaptive Action. Now, we are sharing something here of how we are learning in our family as we home homeschool, and we have many different projects going on, and this is the one that we are having the opportunity to share with everybody here. Now, adaptive action is the way in which we are engaging with this question: what is a garden? Now, Coral, would you tell us what are these three big questions that we're asking each day?
What? So what? Now what?
What, so what, and now
Now what?
what? That's right. That's right. Thank you. And each day we kick it off with the question what, and today the question, if the frogs believe that the squirrel frog will give us the chance here.
And the cicadas.
What's the deal? Everybody wants to get in on this.
Yeah, this is our video, not yours.
Seriously, who invited you to the garden? What changes have you noticed in the garden? That's the question we're starting with today. What changes have you noticed in the garden? Cora, would you like to? I know you've done a little bit of drawing or writing in your notebook. Would you like to share something from that?
Sure. So I had spotted this really green, dark bean leaf.
Real loud, because that cicada's going crazy.
I had seen this. Thank you, better. I had seen this very dark green bean leaf, and I so I'll just tell you my short story. I saw this very dark green leaf, and I thought I had to write about it. And here's a little picture.
Now, what is changing about that leaf there?
Well, I haven't seen a really dark leaf in a long time.
So you're seeing some dark leaves in the garden that you didn't see before.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll come back to you on that. How about Kiara? What have you noticed is changing in the garden?
Um, well, saw this ochre plant next to us. It was like that big a few days ago, or maybe a week ago, and now it's like this big. And like the colors have gotten more deep, like a really dark red, deep green leaves. So yeah, really pretty.
Now, Cora, what? This is one of the questions of the adaptive action process. So what might have influenced this bean leaf that you've drawn and you were observing in the garden?
What has like made it?
Yeah. What has affected? Yes. Right. What caused it to do what it's doing?
Well, that makes it look very healthy. Like it got a lot of water, it got the right amount of water, right amount of sunshine, right amount of like food and calcium and all that it needs. So it got really dark green.
So, what about this time of year um, is helpful to that bean to look so darn healthy?
Um, it makes it so it might be able to live longer.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, what about this time of year? Here we are in August, in summertime. So, what about summertime um, helps this bean to be so darn healthy?
Well, maybe it came from here, so it
Yeah. It came from a place like this,
Yeah.
so it's used to this type of place in summertime. Okay. How about you, Kiara? What might have influenced or affected the thing that you observed changing, these okra plants, I think?
Well, we just had a big rainstorm, so all the water, it's collecting all the water, and it's not too hot. I mean, it's humid, but it's not that hot. So maybe that added to the deep color and the rich lookingness of it.
Mm-hmm.
And also the dark soil is making the colors stand out because they're wet. It's wet.
I see a leafhopper here. They can be real trouble for our plants. So what have we done that's influenced these things in the garden we're talking about, the beans and the okra? So how have we affected their health?
By giving them water on sunny days when there's no rain.
By giving them water, when it's really dry, sunny days. Yep. How about you, Kiara?
Like for the tomato plants, because they were getting the bottom rot, the tomatoes are getting the bottom rot, so we gave them calcium, and now they're thriving. We have gotten many pounds of tomatoes.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Now, now what? Now what might you be curious about? As we look at the beans, Cora, see some that are super healthy, some that maybe not as healthy as we would hope. Lots of leaves there, not as many leaves there. So what would you be curious about now? About these bean plants?
Well, some are really dark. Some are like middle. Some look just like a yellowy green. Some look like yellow with like brown crinkle spots.
What is your question?
I'm just saying that how different they are.
Now what question might you ask about all those differences?
Why are they so different?
Bam. Beautiful, beautiful question. And we might follow that up with discussion of how we would investigate that question. We'll do that later on. How about you, Kiara? Now what would you be curious about, or now what questions might you have about the okra in the garden?
Well, I wonder why it's thriving, like other than the ways I described it, like why it's thriving all of a sudden, like why it's growing so tall, and I see so many baby okras and it's so deep color, like other than the rain and the nutrition we put in the soil, like why it's all of a sudden just having growth spurt.
If I were to really press you, would you have a guess as to why? Would you have some sort of hypothesis you would like to test?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
What thing in particular might you wonder if is the reason for this sudden explosion of growth?
Well, if we...
Excuse me.
That was a motorcycle. If, like, we
Here,
put
it's
a lot
raining.
of, like, compost or nutrition in the soil at once, and then, like, it realized it was there and started soaking it up really fast.
I actually did do that.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, we could test, we could investigate this or hypothesize that additional nutrition or compost in the soil results in this explosive growth. What? So what? Now what? Adaptive action. Thanks for visiting Creating a Future We Want, our learning series. What is a garden? 30 days of adaptive action. It's raining now, so we're gonna adapt ourselves right on out of here.
What's that?
Got a
roly-poly.
roly-poly. All right, love you all. Bye-bye.